Marijuana could become big business for Big Pharma, with more states looking to follow Colorado and Washington's leads and legalize the drug for recreational and medical use. So will traditional drug companies blaze a new trail? Joining me now with more is Damien Conover, Morningstar Director of Pharma Research. Number one, do you think that nationwide marijuana will be legalized? Because ultimately that was what would drive big business getting into it, right?
Yeah, when I think about pain management and the challenges that I've seen in the drug industry to really develop the next generation of product, there's been a lot of setbacks. So to me, when you're looking at trying to embrace different techniques, I think that there's a lot of evidence here that supports using marijuana for pain management. And because of all the challenges that we've seen so far in drug development for other alternatives, I think it really opens the door for that potential.
But in terms of pain management, though, what would keep, and this is a question, not a statement, what would keep Big Pharma out of getting into kind of the marijuana business, so to speak? They have such trouble with abuse of the existing painkillers that are used today. Would that prevent the big companies from maybe getting into this business?
I think so. I think that could really limit the interest by Big Pharma. There's really just a handful of key Big Pharma players in pain management already. Pfizer, one of the biggest. And having that sort of deterrent in place to stop folks from using it inappropriately is a big headwind for pharmaceutical firms that want to potentially get more into pain management. And the other side of the coin as well, also keeping pharmaceutical firms at bay in pain management, is that there's really been more of a focus toward oncology and immunology, areas of high unmet medical need. And I really think that's where a lot of the dollars are going for research and development, away from pain, more towards those other therapeutic areas.
Are there any companies you think it would be a more logical fit to get into the business, I call it the business of marijuana, versus, say, a Pfizer?
Yeah, I think so. I think really when you shift toward more of the specialty pharma players, think about like an Endo, think about a Mallinckrodt, the spinoff from Covidien. These players are more likely to be interested in pain management and be more willing to go down that path that might be okay for them to maybe be a bit more risky with the deterrent of maybe using marijuana in other off-label settings. They might be more okay with that versus the big pharma that might see it more as a big PR risk versus some of the specialty pharmas that might be more willing to take on that risk.